Hello, everybody. Boston Tea Party here. I know it's been a while since I streamed. Oh well. Few topics to touch. Just a rant video. Of course, that's the only time you ever see my face. So, yeah. So, I'm just trying to think of what basics to touch first. It's a mixture of things. I think Sony PlayStation's gonna be my biggest rant, but yeah, Sony's really going off the hinges now. So I think I'll start with Sony. So for those of you who stayed to the end of the video, you know the drill. I don't ask you to hype the video because I don't really care. Don't understand that whole hype thing, so you don't have to do that. But just like and subscribe. That's all I ask. So, a lot of people are already uneasy about this whole PlayStation DRM thing. For those of you who are okay with this whole PlayStation licensing DRM thing and you think it's fine, ask yourselves this. You bought the game. So once you hand them the money, they hand you the game. That should be it. So why the hell do you need an internet connection? You know, and it's a mixed things too. Some are saying it's only once after 30 days. Some are saying 14 days. Some are saying it's once a month. You know what? Once you buy the game, I don't think there should be a DRM period. Secondly, if you're going to monitor what I'm doing online, oh, this gets juicy because now Sony's outdid themselves by saying, "Oh, by the way, now you're going to need to provide us your ID, your home address." Pretty much. Hey, Sony, here's a cute little thing called the Constitution in the United States, called our Fourth Amendment. All right. That prevents any searches or seizures of personal property or body. But I don't expect you to know that. So not only do they want your ID, this gets better, your cell number. Yeah, because SIM swapping ain't a thing where you can get your cell number and sell everything that was on your cell phone stolen. Let's remember that ain't a thing. Then what is it? The company they're using, Yoti, however you say it. Yeah, like they haven't been fined already for misusing people's information, sensitive information. Let's also not forget they also been hacked. Persona's also been hacked. And we all know Sony's been hacked. So, yeah. I feel real safe handing my sensitive information over to them. Not. Just burns me up. And you got these people who are defending PlayStation with this whole DRM thing. Oh, well, people who abuse the system by returning a game and going offline or what. You know, instead of a DRM, they could easily just make, what's the proper word for it? You buy the game and it pretty much blocks you from returning that same game if you even tried it. or coming out with a system update that prevents it. Honestly. But I've seen YouTubers lately who were defending Sony, total fanboys right there. You can sniff them out from a mile away. Oh, well, I think it's great what Sony's doing, because this will stop any crooked or criminal activity of people stealing the game and getting their money back. No. You're kissing their ass. That's what you're doing. And it's the people like you, the whales, the fanboys, you're the problem. Well, I hope Sony enjoys you fanboys, because that's all they're going to have left with the route they're going. Not to mention trying to charge $1,000 for what? 6-year-old hardware? 7-year-old hardware? You fanboys are supporting their greed. So, I actually canceled my PlayStation Plus. I'm not supporting those clowns anymore. The games I got. This is why I'm not a fanboy of any console or any company. I could care less. I mean, I also play on Xbox and I play on Steam, so... And I know many will probably come out and say, oh, well, Microsoft is doing the same thing. Right. But they never personally asked me for my ID yet. And even if they did, I ain't got no friends on Xbox. I'm more or less a lone wolf on Xbox. So, I mean, if I'm playing GTA and someone wants to chill with me, whatever. It's rare. They'd rather just kill me, but but it's rare. Maybe the gamer tag I chose was a bad idea. But you know what? That's sort of my fault. But otherwise, pardon the shaking, I'm outside. Well, clearly you can see I'm outside. I don't use no fancy green screens or nothing. You know that by now if you know my videos. But right. I hope Sony just gets their act together and retracts what they're doing, because this is going to damage their company beyond belief. And I know there's others out there saying, oh, well, there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's at the tip of my tongue. And lobbying, that's it. Like Meta and all them lobbying, giving them all this oodles of money to push this ID verification. But here's a true fact. You know who talks louder besides the customers? Investors, game companies, because if they're not making the money off that certain platform, guess what? That company's going to fall. So I seriously hope Sony takes it into consideration to not only retract its ID verification thing, but also drop the prices back down in their consoles and get rid of that freaking DRM. They basically became just as bad as Nintendo now. So that's why I would never buy a Nintendo Switch, or I won't own anything Nintendo related unless it's a NES or, the old like 80s and 90s consoles. Those would be the only Nintendos I would own. Because, there's a good old saying, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And I do got a PlayStation 2 put away in my closet. And it looks like I may be going back to that. And with this whole DRM threat thing, it's seriously making me consider whether or not I'm going to get Grand Theft Auto 6 on PlayStation or not. I may just get it for Xbox. Because, well, being in New England, we're not exactly weather friendly. So, in the past couple of years, we had a few twisters. Yeah, Rhode Island, aka New Oklahoma. Yeah, I took a crack at you, Oklahoma. Live with it. Anyhow, we had tropical storms and hurricanes, and what if I lose power for a month? Then all my games are gone. Like they say, it's no big deal. Like you reconnect to the internet, the games will be back, but I'm seeing no proof of that. But I basically gotten to where I just don't trust Sony anymore. And of course, as you would know, trust is a very frail thing. So once you break that trust, it's very hard to get it back. Or if the CMOS battery goes in it, all your games are pretty much gone anyways. So realistically, and of course, I like to tell people that the game, if you have a physical copy of a game, it's more likely just a code. That's all it is. I mean, yeah, they'll probably be clever and say, oh, you still need to pop the disc and play the game, but it's a code on that disc. So say they wanted to discontinue the game or make the licensing run out on it, even if you pop the disc in the console, it can come up with an error. So that's why I'm more of a fan of retro consoles than anything. Maybe it's just me getting up there in age, I don't know, but just seems a little too altruistic that anyone at this point who could defend PlayStation, I don't care what YouTube thinks, I don't care what you think, but they're total morons. They're a very small group in the back of the room who just keeps their head buried in the sand, who thinks, oh, but PlayStation's doing it for your own good. You just gotta listen, they know what's best for you. Oh yeah? Say you live in a Tornado Alley or a Dixie Alley. Let's start with that. Even if a tornado doesn't hit your house, or Dixie Alley is also known for hurricanes, you lose power for a month or a month and a half, depending on how big the hurricane is, because it takes time to restore the lines. That's not going to happen overnight. All of a sudden you get that message, unable to restore licenses. What do you think? Maybe it could be that you just have to reconnect to the internet and all the games will be back. But what if you do gotta buy them again? And again, this is just me putting on my tinfoil hat here, but I remember saying something like this around this time last year. That what if they say you played enough of that game for one day and all of a sudden you're booted out of the game? In other words, there'll be a new timer added how long or how much time you can play that game for that one day. Think about that. Pardon me. I honestly don't see it. And I guess rumors are going around that Xbox, the new one that's being created, supposedly is going to run SteamOS. If that's true, hear me out, Microsoft. Just hear me out for 1 second. Why don't you put out an update for your current consoles to run SteamOS? We all know your new consoles that come out are going to be way more powerful than the current ones. But if that statement's allegedly true, then you should put out a update so we can run Linux or whatever on the, like, say, the Series X or S. Yikes-o. And yeah, because imagine all the Sony people you're going to steal if you do that. They're like, oh wow, now we can run Steam on Xbox without jailbreaking it because we don't have to jailbreak it to put Linux. Now we can actually play Steam games on Xbox, and we all know the new one's going to be more powerful, which will entice us more to buy the more powerful console in 2027, 2028. It's just a business idea. But what would I know? What would I know? I'm just a consumer. So what would I know? I'm not the brains behind the operation of sales and all that other garbage. But honestly, if someone from Microsoft does see this, I think it would be a very great idea. I'm not saying do it right now, but maybe say, like, I don't know, a year, maybe 6 years before the new console release, do it. Therefore, you can more than likely bury PlayStation in their tracks. This can honestly put Microsoft on top. But one problem. The minute they see they're getting on top, they could probably do very well what PlayStation and Nintendo's doing. Again, that's just a tinfoil hat scenario. I'm actually more inclined to get the Valve Steam machine, because I can defend Steam. At least all you need is a current credit card to prove you're of age or whatever. They never asked for my ID yet. They don't get way into my personal business. And that's why I'm relying more on Steam these days. But the only thing that's saving Xbox and well, not so much PlayStation, but the only thing that's saving Xbox right now is the fact of Grand Theft Auto 6. That's it. Otherwise, if Grand Theft Auto 6 wasn't a thing, or say it was another, like, say 2, 3, 4 years out or whatever, even they wouldn't have a prayer with all this online safety bull crap. Or so they say. But we know better. We know it's not about the children. Right. So what else is on the good bucket list to talk about now that I got the whole gaming fiasco? Stupid crow. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to think. I thought I came with a game plan. I guess I didn't. Oops. Yeah, seagull. Oh, by the way, just so you know, I'm not AI. For those who may be wondering, this is me in my prime. I don't think AI will be wearing Patrick and SpongeBob. So there you go. That's also for YouTube, so they know I'm not AI. Well, the Democrats are actually melting down over here. That's somewhat of a topic, but I'll save that for another time. I want to get a little more juicy information on that before, well, I go on and rant about it. But it is laughable to anybody who, yeah, I get it, Crow, shut up. Right, who defends any company when the company's making the wrong mistakes, but they're too brain dead to see it. All right, say like if I like Dodge, okay? Now, Stellantis, they've been making some pretty shitty decisions over the past, what, decade? Or however long Stellantis has been around. Am I going to defend them? No. I mean, yeah, I like Chargers and Challengers, and they're nice cars. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't mind me. I just got to get another cig. Get out, you little fucker. Right. Hang on a sec. So, would I love to own one? Yeah and no. I think mainly if I was to own a Challenger or Charger, it would have to be in the 60s or 70s. I love the classics. I mean, the new ones are nice, but I don't know. I know one could argue, oh, well, the new ones are faster, and yeah, if you don't know how to do engine swaps and tunes and everything, a new one can pretty much bury you, of course. Naturally, a 397 Hemi can bury you if you don't know what you're doing. But, oh, Durango, that's what I was thinking of. The Durangos are really nice too, but yeah. But again, it really stems down to how good are your hands? Do you know how to upgrade an older engine or do engine swaps and pretty much say make a 1966 Dodge Charger into a growling beast? That so it all really comes down to cleverness and know what you're doing. Now, do I kiss the ground Stellantis walks on or Dodge? Nope. I'll drive anything that's pretty much under 1990. Why? Because as long as it has a good carbureted engine, zero computers. I mean, yeah, cars from the 80s started getting computers, I get it, but it's nothing like today where you need an Autel Max Elite or somebody who can reset a computer if your car gets bricked or something. I'm talking about you could do the work right in your driveway. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Not to mention that these newer cars that are coming out are actually surveilling you right out the gate. Fun. Yeah, Ford's doing that. I guess that's a patent they're trying, where they can actually take control of your truck or car or something. So if I did end up getting a car with a computer in it, which, let's be real, most cars have them, it'd probably be like 2010 and under. I just don't feel comfortable with somebody staring at me while I'm driving, except for other drivers. And maybe some pretty naked blondes in a convertible next to me or something. Yeah. Yeah, I went there. But oh well. As far as House Flipper 2 goes, that mansion is 90% done. It's been done for like 2 months, 90% done for 2 months now, but I just got so bored of House Flipper 2, I stopped playing it. But that video should be coming May 21st with this new DLC that's coming, so whether the house is done or not, I'll unveil it. So you got that to look forward to. Which pretty much breaks down what I said. I've been more into playing games on Steam, so I mean, you got Car Dealership Simulator too. That's a pretty fun game. And nothing against Car Dealer Simulator, but the cars in Car Dealership Simulator 2 are far more realistic than they are in Car Dealer Simulator. In other words, think of it like this. Remember when the older Grand Theft Auto games, all the cars used to be like three or four cars merged into one? Well, that's what these feel like. Like, the front of it could be part of a Chevy, the sides could belong to a Ford, and then the back will look like it belongs to a Pontiac. That's just kind of weird to me. One thing I will say about Car Dealer Simulator, though, is you can scam the piss out of people, which I really do enjoy. I love getting a car for, like, say, $50,000 and then selling it for like $399,000. That's just insanity, and I do enjoy it. So, what the hell? On the bright side, so there is some perks to that game. But I've been in the Pawnbroker Simulator lately, and that's also a fun game. It will be coming to console, though. They said a few months. It's on the Steam page, so they just want to get PC out of the way first, and I'm assuming they're just gonna, once they get all the updates they want to do to PC, they'll probably that's when they'll port it over for console. But at that point, I don't know if I'll be streaming it or not, because like I said, with this whole ID thing, I'm not doing it. So I'm not saying my gaming days are done for YouTube, but you may be getting crappy quality videos because I'll be using my phone to stream them and then just download them to YouTube. That's pretty much the route it's going. But yeah, that's about it. Well, if you enjoyed the rant, enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Leave a big thumbs up and subscribe. I only stream once in a while now, whenever I feel like it. So yeah, there is that. Also, while you're at it, there are two great other people that you should go subscribe to. And one is my brother from another mother, Flawless Rage 2. He's always streaming every once in a while now. He's paying more attention to his wife and family, which is perfectly fine. Can't agree more with that. So I look forward to some of his content airing now and then when he puts up a video. But he also does House Flipper, WWP, the works. Just go check him out. And I hope everything's well with you, my man. And with your wife and family. Hope to see a video soon. But just for now, take care. And the other great YouTuber is Pam's Game TV 2000. She also does House Flipper and puts out great content, so go check her out and subscribe to her. All right, well, this has been Boston Tea Party. Sort of live, not really, but I will hopefully stream on May 21st, House Flipper. It'll be a silent stream because I don't know what the hell's wrong with my headset, but why it won't connects a PlayStation just fine, but for some reason YouTube's not picking up my voice, so awkward. And I done everything and went through everything and to no avail. But I will, if you chat with me, I will keep up as much as I can by typing in the chat. So I do respond. Right. Well, I'm out of here. Take care of yourselves. For your moms out there, happy Mother's Day. And thanks for watching, everyone. Peace out.